How's it going, everybody? BennyChris12 here, and I'm starting this video inside so I can briefly explain what I'm going to be doing today. I'm actually going to be making two hatchets. I'm going to be making them different designs so it will give you guys a little bit more variety in what you want to try. The first design I'm going to do, I'm going to flatten this side of the railroad spike, so not the head side but this side, and I'm going to split a hole with this diamond point log splitter. I'll heat it up really hot and then I'll just smash this through. That way I don't lose any material, and then it gives me a spot for the handle. But what I will be doing is splitting it right about there, and then this will be like sort of a backside. You could use it as a hammer on the hatchet, and then this will be the blade side. This blade will probably be a lot smaller than this other one, which I've made a few like this where you flatten the head, and this is a really old railroad spike, so I'm kind of just interested to use this one. But I'll be flattening this head, and I will have kind of a longer and wider head for the hatchet. Sorry, my mind kind of went blank. And I will also be splitting it, but I will be splitting it a little bit closer to the middle, or a little bit up close to this blade. That way it kind of levels out, because I'm going to be making a round spike on here. And I will probably twist both of them, which is a super easy process that I've explained multiple times. You just heat it up really hot, stick it in a vise and spin it around. So I probably won't actually record that part since I've shown it multiple times and it's really easy to do. There's really not a whole lot more I have to explain on that, because even if I didn't show it, all you do is stick it in the vise and twist it. So with that, we'll go ahead and get started, and by the time you see it, I'll probably be flattening these heads out, because I'm going to flatten the heads first and then I'm going to cut the hole. Alrighty, so see you guys out there. So like you've seen in the last few clips, I'm just flattening the heads of the hatchets now. One thing to remember is angle your hammer differently, and you want to make sure to spread it evenly. So like you can see right here, I'm actually trying to do it with my left hand now, because I was only hammering with my right hand. You want to make sure to flip it around and do it with both hands. That way the hatchet head comes out evenly. And then right here in this clip, I'm flattening the head of the nail, which is opposite of where the head of the hatchet is. The reason I'm doing this is so I'll be able to lay this flat on my anvil, because what I'm getting ready to do is puncture the hole in the hatchet for the handle. So you're going to want to make sure you're able to lay it flat, that way it doesn't like roll off or anything, or just roll weird. So in this next clip, you'll see me start to actually take the log splitter and hit it through the nail, and this makes the area where the handle will go for the hatchet. Once you get the hole split down far enough, you're going to need it to puncture through. So what I did to get it all the way through is I put it in a vise, and then I just ended up tapping it the rest of the way through so it could split it. Because you don't want to just keep tapping it on your anvil, otherwise you'll end up flattening out your log splitter. So once it's close enough to puncture through, just put it in a vise or something that has a split in it that you can split it all the way through. And I forgot my hammer, so I had to run all the way over to the other side and grab it. But anyway, I still had enough heat and I punctured it all the way through. And in this next clip, I just kind of left the camera running for I think 5 minutes. I just kind of wanted to show why it's kind of nice to have two projects going at once when you're using a coal forge, because you end up getting more done and saving a lot of coal. Because what I did is by the time I put this hatchet back, the other one was heated up enough for me to pull it out and then I could just keep swapping them off. So I was constantly working. And in this clip specifically, I'm flattening out the end railroad spike piece and making it circular so it has more like a jabbing point into it. And then I just pulled out the other one and kept working on the hatchet head. So it was really nice to be able to work constantly. So I think in the future I'll probably end up having 2 projects going at once, because then you just save coal and that saves money. Okay, well, something kind of super neat and actually super terrible just happened. But it's like a new milestone for my forge. I I don't know if you guys will be able to tell now, but I just like melted this. I already kind of messed up on this whole thing. I was almost done with it, but like this thing was like liquid. So this Tomahawk is dead, so I'm glad I made 2. But if that doesn't happen, this is kind of the final shape you'd get. You get a lot bigger of an axe head or Tomahawk head or hatchet head, I don't know whatever it's called. And this one would have been pretty sweet, and as you guys saw earlier, I was making this more into a circle, so I was kind of excited for that. So I'm glad I made 2 so I didn't just waste my entire day, because I'm like really not upset that that melted, because that's kind of cool. I'm kind of wondering if I can make glass now, so I'm going to try that. This is the smaller one, which I personally think is really cool. This is actually for my brother. Here's the final hole in it. And as you guys can see, it's just a lot smaller blade, mainly just for like small things, but it will get the job done. And this is actually a pretty popular design people do. So I'm satisfied with it. I think it looks really cool with the spirals. So I'm just going to clean it up on the belt sander and put a handle on it. However, I'm not going to do the handle today because I still need to go out and buy materials. So that will go up eventually, and when it is up, I will put the link in the description. It'll probably come up like a week or 2 from now, but I just need to go buy something to actually do with the handle. So I'm going to clean this up on the belt sander, show you guys it, and then I'll just wrap up things. Okay, so I hope my whole head's in this shot. I'm going to squat down because I really don't know. This is the final product though. It's a very small little axe head. The other one, like I said, would have been bigger. So as long as you don't melt that one, then that design would finish the exact same way as this one. This one I left in vinegar for 24 hours, so that's what gave it that kind of white look, and that melted off most of the carbon buildup. So then I didn't have to sand it, and that also helps get in like the really deep spots. So that's an option there. Otherwise you could use a Dremel tool to finish it up. So yeah, I don't think there's anything really I have left to do in this video. Like I said, I'm going to put the handle on in a different day. Most of you probably know how to do that or can figure it out. It's extremely easy. And if it's already put up, I'll leave a link below in the description. So thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.